Hey everyone, welcome back to BikeBeat. Today we're looking at something that's got the motorcycle world talking, the 2026 BMW R850C. It's BMW's return to the midsize cruiser segment, a space they haven't touched seriously since the late 1990s. And this new model isn't just a nostalgia piece, it's a modern, beautifully engineered cruiser that blends tradition, technology, and that unmistakable BMW refinement. From the moment you lay eyes on it, you know this bike is different. The design takes cues from the original R850C, but everything has been modernized. It's long, low, and muscular, but without the over-the-top chrome excess. The shape is clean, with a broad fuel tank that flows into a sculpted seat and a minimal rear fender. The boxer engine sits proudly at the center, its twin cylinders jutting out like a pair of mechanical wings. It's not trying to copy American cruisers, it's unmistakably German, confident, and elegant. BMW's build quality is on full display here. Every weld, every panel, every switch feels solid. The paint has a deep metallic richness, and depending on the trim, you can go for a modern matte finish or a more classic chrome treatment. The lighting is full LED, with adaptive cornering function, so your beam shifts with the bike as you lean into turns. The front end gets a compact round headlamp framed by a subtle cowl, a perfect balance between retro and futuristic. Ergonomically, the bike feels spot on. The seat height sits at about 720 mm, making it approachable even for shorter riders, while the wide bars and mid-forward foot pegs create a relaxed but engaged posture. It's comfortable for cruising but doesn't feel lazy. The saddle is plush and supportive, with an optional comfort seat available for long rides. Pillion accommodations are generous, and there's an optional backrest and luggage rack for touring setups. At the heart of the R850C is BMW's new 850 cubic centimeters Boxer Twin, a liquid-cooled, fuel-injected evolution of their proven platform. It puts out roughly 85 horsepower and 85 Nm of torque, with a power curve that's all about usable grunt. Most of that torque hits early, so you get instant response without having to wring it out. BMW engineered the engine to feel smooth yet characterful. You still get that signature boxer shake at idle, but once moving, it's creamy and effortless. Paired to a 6-speed gearbox and BMW's signature shaft drive, the power delivery is buttery smooth. No chain lash, no messy lube, and no vibration under acceleration. The shaft drive suits the cruiser character perfectly, it's quiet, maintenance-free, and gives the bike a solid, planted feel. Out on the road, the R850C impresses with balance. The chassis is a tubular steel frame with carefully tuned geometry. The suspension uses a 45 mm fork up front and a rear monoshock with electronic preload adjustment. You can switch settings to handle solo rides or two-up touring. The result is comfort without sloppiness, bumps are soaked up, but the bike still feels composed in corners. Braking performance is typical BMW excellence. Dual 320 mm discs up front with 4-piston calipers and a single rear disc bring strong, predictable stopping power. Cornering ABS and traction control come standard, and they work seamlessly. The ride modes rain, road, and cruiser adjust throttle response and traction levels. In rain mode, the power delivery is soft and controlled, in road mode, it sharpens up, and in cruiser mode, you get the full, relaxed torque with a more direct throttle. When you fire up the engine, the exhaust note is deep and mellow, not loud or harsh. It has that boxer pulse, a steady, rhythmic beat that becomes a smooth growl when you accelerate. The optional performance exhaust adds just enough bark to make it addictive without annoying the neighbors. BMW clearly tuned this for personality rather than sheer volume. The digital TFT display is clear and elegant, with full smartphone connectivity. BMW's connected ride system allows you to use navigation, music, and calls directly from the handlebar controls. You also get standard cruise control, keyless ignition, and optional heated grips and seat. There's even a tire pressure monitoring system and hill start assist for convenience. In real-world riding, this bike shines. Around town, it's smooth and predictable, that low-end torque makes it easy to glide through traffic with minimal shifting. Out on the highway, the engine hums along quietly at around 4,000 revolutions per minute at 120 km per hour, leaving plenty of room for overtaking. There's no chain noise, no harsh vibrations, just a steady, confident feel. The low center of gravity from the Boxer layout means it feels lighter than it looks. Fuel economy is respectable for a mid-sized cruiser, around 20 to 22 kilometers per liter, depending on how you ride. With a 16-liter tank, that means a comfortable range of over 300 kilometers before you need a fill-up. Maintenance intervals are long, and with the shaft drive, you save time and effort on chain upkeep. Customization is another strong suit. BMW offers factory packages and an extensive accessories catalog. You can add touring luggage, a taller windshield, a different handlebar, or style kits like the blacked-out Darkline Edition or the vintage-inspired Chrome Heritage trim. Whether you want a stripped-down urban cruiser or a comfortable tourer, the R850C adapts easily. Pricing for the 2026 BMW R850C starts around $14,995 in global markets. Fully loaded with accessories and premium options, it can push close to $18,000. In countries like Pakistan or other parts of Asia, import taxes and duties could raise that substantially, so check local dealers for final on-road pricing. But make no mistake, this is a premium product and it feels like one. Where the R850C really stands out is its personality. Most cruisers in this size class rely on V-twin engines that deliver a certain sound and pulse. BMW's Boxer Twin gives you something different. It's smoother, lower slung, and has a unique character all its own. Combine that with shaft drive and BMW's technology, and you've got a cruiser that's easy to live with and built for the long haul. There's also the brand prestige to consider. BMW's reputation for engineering precision, reliability, and long-term support adds value beyond the spec sheet. You're not just buying a motorcycle, you're buying a complete ownership experience. Service intervals are predictable, parts availability is strong, and resale values tend to hold up well. If there's one thing to note, it's that the R850C isn't a lightweight. Fully fueled, it sits around 250 kilograms, so it demands a confident hand when parking or pushing it around. But once you're moving, the low center of gravity makes that weight disappear. It feels balanced, stable, and reassuring. The overall experience can best be described as relaxed confidence. It's a bike for riders who want comfort, style, and a touch of luxury without giving up performance or reliability. You can spend hours in the saddle without fatigue, and when you park it, you can't help but look back at it. Compared to rivals, the R850C offers something distinct. It's less flashy than a Harley, less raw than an Indian Scout, but far more refined than most mid-range Japanese cruisers. It fills a niche that few bikes occupy, a cruiser for people who value precision as much as emotion. So, who's it for? The R850C is perfect for riders who want a cruiser that's practical enough for daily use, comfortable for touring, and sophisticated enough to feel like a luxury purchase. If you appreciate mechanical quality, minimal maintenance, and a unique character, this bike will speak to you. That's the 2026 BMW R850C, elegant, confident, and unmistakably BMW. It's not about showing off, it's about enjoying the ride with refinement and style. Thanks for watching BikeBeat. If you enjoyed this in-depth look, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know what you think. Would you choose this over a Harley or an Indian? What color would you go for, the Darkline or the Chrome Heritage? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Ride safe, stay curious, and see you next time.